Point of no return, point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much. We done seen too much. We've been through too much. We are going through too much. We are experiencing way too much. God revealing himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone, tomorrow's never promised. All you have is right now, this moment. And I hope you fully living in yours, because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word, man. They are so, excuse me, defensive because they are wrong. And who is they? It's the people that have wronged you, but in general, it's these people with these guilty spirits and these guilty conscience and these things that have been weighing on them and these secrets that's been eating at them and these deeds that have been done in the dark, and now they are being bothered. You know, they went all this time and they were unbothered, they were unaffected, they were not worried, not concerned about the things that they done against God's chosen people and against the better nature of themselves and against the world and against humanity, because just the way you think, being selfish, being manipulative, stealing, killing, destroying, you are basically going to war with everything that God has made. When you do that and nothing happens to you, you get a false sense of power and you believe that you can keep doing wrong to others without having any consequences or things that come as a part of a ripple effect that, you know, don't rock your boat. But now they're feeling their waters are being troubled. We wade in the water because we know we've been on this walk with God. We've been on this journey for a long time. So we understand that everything that is going on is for a reason. It has a lesson, it has a purpose, it has a meaning. If it doesn't kill us, it makes it stronger. We understand that there's more that is going on in life that we can see with our eyes. It's more that happens behind the veil that we can have, you know, be touched in this physical realm. Knowing all this, when we going, we literally wading through the water. We being careful because we know at any time that thing could drop off. It could go from shallow to you in 20 feet, 30 feet. Now you with the sharks, now you with the barracudas, you feel me? And if you don't have God, if you don't have Christ, if you don't have the Holy Spirit, you will drown in this life. You feel me? You will get destroyed, you will get ate, and that's what happens. There's been a lot of big fish in small pond, and they've been allowed to get away with this behavior. They've been allowed to get away with intimidating people, throwing rocks, hiding their hand, creating these situations, but being in a position of power to where they could continue to cover their tracks and basically get away clean and still somehow be in this position and somehow still have this power to say this influence, because people know at the end of the day, these people are willing to do anything to stay where they're at. So that is a fear for some people, because not everybody can cross those limits and cross those boundaries and do these things that are unheard of and inhumane and things that you think people wouldn't do, and they could do it and have a great night's sleep. You feel me? On the best mattress with the best covers. You feel me? God is troubling a lot of people's waters. So they are having nightmares now. They are having regrets now. They are having remorse now. They are having guilt now. They are having shame now. They are having pain now. They are having embarrassment now. They are having confusion now, because everything that they have been doing and that's been working is no longer effective. People are seeing them for who they are. People are calling them out. People are no longer afraid to stay silent. People are fighting back. People are speaking up. People are learning how to say no. People are standing up for themselves. People are standing up for the kingdom. So it's shaking these peoples, these cowards in their boots. So when they get around you, they definitely get afraid, bro. I'm going to put some air in my tire and vacuum out my car, and I don't have, I got dollars, so I need some quarters. I don't got no quarters, so I got to go in this particular gas station to get this change so I could use this air machine and this vacuum machine. While I'm walking in, I'm minding my business. It's a pretty day, just chilling. As soon as I walked by the state trooper, he had his hand on his gun. So I looked at him calmly. I said, that's your natural stance? Excuse me. Proudly, he says, yeah. I say, I feel bad for you. If that's how you got to stand. If that's the posture you got to be in all the time, bro. I said, I'm going to pray for you. He started getting defensive. You feel me? He started, he ain't know what to say. I ain't saying nothing bad to you, so you can't say nothing bad to me, but it's his tone. He getting the attitude. I'm telling you, I'm going to pray for you. That you don't have to be like that you ain't got to live like that. You should be extending the right hand of love. You see what I'm saying? To invite people in your world, to let them know that you're here to protect and serve. Why are you defending yourself? Ain't nobody doing nothing wrong. You pumping your gas, I'm trying to use the air machine. We both being normal people, right? We start and stop as men and women. So people get these titles and these positions and they let it go to their head, and then you see the true colors, because when people get power, when people get money, when people get authority, they just become more of who they already was. And it's a lot of cowards, it's a lot of punks, it's a lot of scary, you know what I'm saying? Little wimpy people that then trick their way to the top, or, they was able to go to school or get these positions or get these licenses, and then they using their positions to really just be bullies. You know what I'm saying? They become everything they hate once again. But God said no more. You can't keep hurting my chosen people. You can't keep touching my chosen people. It's their time to be blessed. It's their time to have peace. It's their time to live in abundance. It's their time to live in overflow. And then we're receiving our blessings. You know what I'm saying? That's what all these things are. They're receiving their karma. They're receiving their consequences. When you sit back and you look at the wicked and you watch them receive the reward from the consequences of their behavior, I stay out the way. I'm looking at you, bro. I'm looking at your spirit, bro. And I'm looking at the darkness. I'm looking at the lack of love, the lack of compassion, the lack of understanding. And it's like they don't even want to. It's a lot of people who don't even want to. You don't even want to see the good in people. You don't want to accept people for who they are. You don't accept that we all here at the same time, at the same place. We trying to do the same things. We trying to just make it comfortable so we can live a better life and give a better life to our loved ones, and then leave enough behind so the people that's coming behind you will have a jump start on life, because we know how hard it was for us to start from less than nothing in order to build ourselves up, to see that we were raised, you know what I'm saying, in confusion, and raised in darkness, and raised in chaos, and raised in negativity and violence, and it was not our fault. It wasn't all our fault. Trust me, nobody wants to be in these environments. Nobody wants to be dealing with these type of issues every day, bro. Nobody wants to feel unsafe in a place that they should be able to call their home. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even sleep comfortably. Nobody should be looking over their shoulder. Nobody should be, you know what I'm saying, strung out, doped out. No neighborhood should be abandoned and just looking crazy. No kids should be without their parents. And you know what I'm saying? And all this because of the violence, the dope, the prostitution, the mentality. All these things was propagated. All these things was fed. All these things was given to us to destroy ourselves, to destroy one another. And then now it's becoming in other areas, and now it's affecting other people. So now it's an issue. It wasn't an issue when it was just one demographic, but now it's an issue because it's affecting one demographic. You understand what I'm saying? Everything is a game until it touches you. Everything is funny until it's happening to you and you don't feel like laughing no more, bro. So what I'm saying is, bro, all these people that have been literally getting away with murder, literally using the system to stay above and to keep other people below, the tides has changed. Everything is shifted. So people are seeing this. So when you come around, you shaking them at their core because you're not afraid. You're intelligent. You're articulate. You have God in your life. You feel me? So that alone, that's your ultimate trump card, pun intended. That's your ultimate card, bro. So you got to stick with God. You got to stay with God. And I'm telling you, you're going to be untouchable. Nobody is going to want to be around you because they know that you are going to expose the truth. They know that you're going to drag everything that's been in the dark and you're going to bring it to light. And it's a lot of people that's been hiding from the light for a long time. It's a lot of people that has been praying and hoping and wishing that these things that they have said and done behind closed doors, and when they thought nobody was looking, when nobody was watching, and they got rid of the people who was able to tell on them. They made people look like they was crazy. They cost people their jobs and their well-being and their livelihood and their marriages, all to cover this lie. It's all coming to pass. It's all coming to pass, bro. So we've been judged unfairly. We've been prosecuted as innocent people and found guilty, bro, in a court of life. And God has said, no, bro, you can't convict this innocent man. You can't convict my child who I know, not perfect, but no, has been transformed, has been restored, renewed, and I'm releasing them into this world as a new creature. You can't do this. So whatever you try to do, those weapons shall not prosper against my chosen one. And in return, the energy that you send to this chosen one, it will be returned to you, and it will be double for your trouble. So a lot of people are receiving their karmic and cosmic consequences, you know what I'm saying, based on the law of the universe. They don't like it, bro. And when you come around them, you're a reminder that I can't do this to everybody. I can't talk like this to everybody. I can't treat everybody like this. I can't intimidate everybody. So you're a constant reminder that there are limits and boundaries that you just can't cross, no matter how big and bad you think you are. So if you getting around people and you getting weird energy, and people, you know, that was once cool with you, stop talking to you and everything, man, they recognize your power. They recognize your truth. They recognize your dominance. They recognize that you can't be stopped. They recognize that you got something with you that other people don't got. And the best thing to do is just to stay out your way. And then they going to talk about you behind your back. They going to make threats, and you feel me? How they did, Debo. They going to talk behind your back. All these things, not just that you a bully, but it's like, they try to pretend like they not shook by you, or they not moved by you, or they not intimidated by you. And they do and say these things behind your back, but when you get in your face, they trying to make sure everything cool. But it's like, cut everybody off. You ain't got to talk to nobody, bro. You ain't got to say what up to nobody. Only love the people who love you. Only talk to the people who talk to you. Only extend their hand to people who extending their hand to you, bro. Period. Because other than that, people looking for a way to get you, bro. They are. And it ain't nothing you did. It's everything that you're doing right. It's everything that you believe in. It's everything that you stand for. It's the faith that you have that they can't capture. It's the belief. It's the dreams that's coming true. It's you being who you are, but at the same time having this characteristics of being so humble, being so low key, being so down to earth, being so real, being so genuine. It scares people, bro, because they don't know what to think, bro, because you're not arrogant. You're not none of that. But at the same time, they know if they bring a problem your way, you're going to solve it. You're going to solve it. And if you can't solve it, you believe in a God who will, who always got your back, who always covering you. And you always come out the house protected and covered in the whole armor of God, bro. So that's what people feel when you move around them, and you just got to keep moving, bro. You know people watching, you know people looking, you know people listening, you know people judging, bro. So what? Don't care. Don't be bothered by it. Just keep being yourself. Just keep moving, bro. Keep moving. But if people get defensive, bro, it's not you, but it is you. You understand? So keep being yourself. Stay turned up. Stay in Mamba mode. They defensive because they wrong in their spirits, bro. And if they ain't had nothing to hide or nothing to cover up, they will feel totally comfortable and totally safe around you, because you got one of the most soothing souls on this earth. So like I said, just keep being you. But if they defensive, you know why. They're a bad egg. Till next time, Slim.